Mm-hmm.
Hi, Stud. Good.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. No, City wanted to don't like the City. City, which is, I think, stupid. Huh? Well, you know, in Detroit, well, plus they, each year, when they first put this field in, they put the batters, you know, they put home plate long. I mean,
Yeah, it was like that for a while.
huh? What? Did what? No? Yeah. City's taken over. This is all city now. Oh, yeah.
Hello and welcome, sports fans, to this live video streaming event from Table Rock Sports Productions in partnership with our local school districts and our outstanding sponsors who make these live presentations possible for you fans to enjoy. I'm Joseph Brett, alongside Carl Sorensen on camera for me this afternoon. We are coming to you live from Harry and David Field here in Medford, Oregon. We thank you for joining us on today's broadcast. We welcome you to the Lithia Superstore pregame show presented by Siskiyou Cellular in Southern Oregon. Today featuring the visiting Willamette Wolverines taking on your South Medford Panthers in a 6A Southwest Conference League matchup game. A beautiful day here in the Rogue Valley. The wind blowing in from left center against the hitters this afternoon. A beautiful afternoon for some baseball, 64 degrees. A few clouds out there in the distance. No rain to worry about, though, this afternoon. And just a beautiful day for a ball game. We're pleased to have you joining us for this game on Table Rock Sports, and we welcome our home and visiting fans to the broadcast. Joe Brett is our executive producer for today's event. Our sponsors keep these events free for fans to enjoy. Please let them know you appreciate their support. Please help Table Rock Sports by subscribing to our YouTube channel. Head on over to YouTube, search Table Rock Sports, and click on that red subscribe button. And join the 3,300 subscribers who get notifications when all games go live. It's South Medford taking on Willamette. The Panthers coming off a doubleheader on Saturday against North Medford. And that was a high-scoring affair. North Medford jumped out to an early 8-1 lead over the Panthers. In Game 1, South Medford was able to battle back and tie the ball game up at 8 apiece before North Medford started to run away with things. Game 1 ended in a 15-11 loss for the Panthers. Game 2, North Medford jumped out in front early, and they never looked back. A 15-5 loss for the Panthers. South Medford is 1-4 in their last 5 games. They come in the number 32 ranked team in the state, 5-8 overall, 2-5 in the Southwest Conference. On the other side, for Willamette, they come in 10-4 on the year, 6-2 in the Southwest Conference, and they are 4-1 in their last 5 games. They had a doubleheader with Roseburg this weekend on Saturday. They won Game 1 5-0. They lost the second one 8-5. And they come in. Let's take a look here at the conference. It is Willamette on top of the Southwest Conference at 6-2, followed by Roseburg 5-3, North Medford 4-3, Grants Pass 4-3, South Eugene 4-5. South Medford sitting at 2-5, and down at the bottom of the league is Sheldon, and they are 1-5 in league play. It's still a four-way race pretty much here for actually 5. South Eugene, can't count them out, for first place. North Medford, Grants Pass, South Eugene, all three only 2 back of Willamette. Roseburg is 1 game back, and the Panthers sit 4 games behind the Wolverines as we get ready to get underway here with first pitch today on the mound for South Medford. It's Evan Roden as he throws a pop fly out for the first out of the ball game to Miles Cox. And Cox will be today's starting pitcher for the Wolverines. Now at bat for Willamette is Tyson Rather. A 1-1 count here to Rather, showing bunt, and fouls it off the top end of the bat into the backstop. Now Rather behind in the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2 pitch, high, and the count now even, 2-2. The 2-2 is going to be down in the dirt, and now Rather battling back to a full count here. The 3-2 swung on, hard hit ball down the first baseline, goes off the tip of Tristan Malari's glove, and he's going to be in for a double. So a 1-out double for Tyson Rather, and it brings to the plate Joey Garbodin. And he has a chance to put Willamette up on the board here in the top of the first inning. As this one gets down into right field. Jake Lewis able to get to it in a hurry and holds the runner at third. And now runners on the corner for the Wolverines. And stepping to the plate, the cleanup hitter, J.C. Roberts. The runner goes. The throw down to second is going to be cut off. And he will be in there safely. And now the Wolverines with 2 runners in scoring position here early in the ball game. Roberts showing bunt, fouls this one off into the backstop, and now behind in the count 0-2. The 0-2 from Roden, and it's going to hit him in the back, and the bases are loaded. And it'll bring to the plate Jackson Doty. So a double, a single, and the cleanup hitter Roberts, hit by pitch, has the bases loaded for Willamette. Roden going to try and work out of a jam here in the top of the first inning. Courtesy runner over there at first for Roberts. Didn't catch a number. And the first pitch here to Doty, outside for ball one. Roden looking for something in the dirt, possibly back up the middle, and he's going to hit the batter. Doty will head on down to first. Tyson Rather will trot on home. The bases stay loaded, and Willamette now leads 1-0 as Braden Rather, going to assume it was his brother that just crossed home plate, steps into the batter's box and looks at pitch one outside for a ball. So back-to-back batters hit by pitch. And this one in there for a strike. And as we were just saying a moment ago, Roden would love to get something back up the middle on the ground for a double play and get out of the inning without too much damage here in the first. A bunt laid down, taken by Malari, and everybody's going to be safe. And another run scores for the Wolverines. Malari didn't see anybody over there at first when he picked up the ball. Painter was wondering why he didn't throw it, but probably a good idea to just hold on to that one, because if that ball was anywhere outside just a little bit, Keegan Painter would have had a little bit of a tough time getting there in time to make the play, and if it got away, it would have been a lot more damage than the one run for the Wolverines. So the bases stay loaded, and now at the plate is Brody Butler. And Butler looks at the first one inside. So now a 2-1 count here for Brody Butler. He shows bunt, this one in the air, and it's going to be foul. Off towards the South Medford dugout. And the count now even 2-2. And Butler going to call time and step out of the box. The 2-2 pitch swung on, taken by Painter. Mishandles the baseball. The throw to Malari is not going to be in time. And the run will score from third. The bases stay loaded still. And now the 8-hitter, Andrew Evans, at the plate for Willamette. So Willamette trying to hit through the order here in the first inning. And another hit batter by Roden sends Evans on down to first base. Yes, it did. And now the 9-hitter, Colin Robbins, comes to the plate. And that pitch right down the pipe for a strike. Roden checking on the runner over at third. It's Roden on the mound for South Medford. Caleb Long, as always, is behind the plate. Over at first is Tristan Malari. Over at second is Keegan Painter. Playing third base today, Grady McQuillan. Out in left field, Owen Levens. Playing center defensively for the Panthers is Austin Glass. And he replaces, I believe it's Cooper Mitchell that's usually out there, who is out with a concussion at the moment. And then in right field today for the Panthers is Jake Lewis. The 1-1 pitch swung on, and a strike there makes the count 1 ball and 2 strikes for Colin Robbins. Robbins fouling this one up, and it's going to head into the bleachers. Count stays 1-2. The 1-2 pitch outside, and now even 2-2. And another foul ball here for Robbins. And Willamette really working that pitch count for Roden here in the first inning. As he has struggled to find the strike zone. The 2-2. And another foul ball. Colin Robbins putting together a good at-bat here for the Wolverines. And already action down in the South Medford bullpen. The 2-2, swing and a miss. And they're going to say he got a piece of that one. And Robbins, with new life, stays alive at the plate once more. And a swing and a miss. And Roden with his first strikeout of the ball game is now going to see the top of the order again for Willamette. Miles Cox back into the batter's box. Flew out to right field to open up the ball game. Looks at a breaking ball there for a strike. Cox going to step out of the batter's box and reset. He settles back in. Looking at a 1-1 count. And this one's going to catch the inside part of the plate. And Roden ahead 1-2. Trying to get out of the inning. And this one swung on, high pop fly out into left center. And it will be caught by South Medford's left fielder, Owen Levins. And that'll do it for the top half of the first inning. The Wolverines leave 3 stranded, but they score 4 in the top of the first. And they take an early lead over the Panthers 4-0. You're listening to South Medford Panthers baseball on Table Rock Sports. Back right after this. We welcome you back. Lithia Superstore game of the day here on Table Rock Sports. The Panthers come to the plate for the first time in the ball game, trailing 4-0. And it is leadoff batter Caleb Long at the plate. Long hitting .310 on the season. Has 13 hits in 42 appearances. And ahead in the count here, 2-0. He looks at the 2-0 pitch inside for ball 3. .3-0 inside, and 4 straight pitches puts Caleb Long on first base. Defensively for the Wolverines, Miles Cox on the mound for Willamette. Catching is J.C. Roberts. Over at first is Andrew Evans. At second is Brody Butler. At third is Jackson Doty. Out in left field is Braden Rather. Playing center field today is Tyson Rather. And over there in right is Brody Garrett. 1-1 count now here for Tristan Malari. Malari hitting .262 on the year. The Panthers as a team are hitting .248. Malari swinging on this one a little bit behind it. Fouls it off out of play. Count now 1-2. The runner goes. Malari pops it up, and it's going to get out of play. No chance for Willamette third baseman Jackson Dowdy to make a play on it. The Panthers as a team have 89 hits on 359 at-bats. They've scored 57 runs. They have 16 doubles, 2 triples, 1 home run, and a base hit there adds to the total by Malari as he's chugging for second base. And he's going to have himself a stand-up double. So now with 2 runners in scoring position, South Medford third baseman Grady McQuillan steps into the batter's box. And a good breaking ball from Cox. Finds the strike zone. McQuillan fouling that one off. Now behind in the count 0-2. And another foul ball from McQuillan. Keeps them alive at the plate. Trying to get the Panthers on the board. The 0-2 swung on and driven down the left field line, but it's going to get foul. And another breaking ball. McQuillan sits on it, drives it into left field. And they're going to hold the runner, Caleb Long, over there at third base. Now the cleanup hitter for the Panthers today, and today's starting pitcher, Evan Roden, will step into the batter's box. That one inside evens the count 1-1. Roden, one of the team leaders in batting average on the season, hitting .303. Has played in all but one game this year for the Panthers. Now sits on a 2-2 count. He has 10 hits, 1 double, and 9 RBIs. He's not going to add to that total here as he goes down looking. And we have 2 away. Chance Ryan now at the plate for South Medford. Hitting 311 games. Has 9 hits, 2 doubles, a triple. Out at first here to end the inning. And Ryan with 7 RBIs on the year. And that will do it for the bottom half of the first. We're going to head to the top of the second. It's Willamette 4, South Medford 0, as you see on the John L. Scott scoreboard. John L. Scott with offices in Medford, Ashland, and Eugene. Folks, check out the new sports voice in Southern Oregon, the Ace Sports Radio, AM 1300, FM 107.9, and streaming live at theacesportsradio.com, featuring the VZN Network, The Rich Eisen Show, live March Madness games, and our weekday local show, Tee It Up Southern Oregon, with host Joe Brett. The Ace Sports Radio, the new sports voice in Southern Oregon. And Solar Pros and owner Mason Mahaffey invite you to learn how you can save thousands on solar panels installation for your home. Visit Solar Pros Facebook page to learn more. Search Facebook, Solar Pros, PNW. Rodin still on the mound for the Panthers. And he is facing the two-hitter Tyson Rather. Rather behind 0-2, works the count back now to even 2 balls and 2 strikes. Foul ball here from Rather. Count stays 2-2. This one popped up in the air. And it'll be caught. No, dropped by South Medford third baseman Grady McQuillan. The runner goes. The hit and run was on for the Wolverines. Joey Garbodin fouls it off into the backstop. And a good breaking ball from Rodin there in for a strike, makes the count 0-2. Leadoff runner aboard by Air for Willamette here in the top of the second inning. The runner going. Cope, the throw down to second. Painter can't hold on to the baseball, and he will be in there safely. And the leadoff runner now in scoring position. It wasn't a terrible throw from Caleb Long. One hopper there to second base. Good play over there at third. The throw to first over to Malari in time. Grady McQuillan with the great backhand there at third. And we have one away. So the cleanup hitter now, J.C. Roberts at the plate. The runner going, trying to steal third. A good throw by Long, had him dead in his sights. But McQuillan can't hold on to the baseball. And now back-to-back stolen bases for Tyson Rather, has him standing over there at third base. A pickle here trying to get the runner, and he is going to be out. Willamette's J.C. Roberts showed bunt, pulled it back. Rather got a little too far off the base, and the Panthers able to get him in the rundown. Now have 2 outs. Roberts going to settle back in after calling time. The 1-2 pitch, and he fouls it off into the net. And Roberts going to hit this one out into right center. Shallow fly ball gets down. And he's aboard with a single. Roberts now on safely, both times at bat. We'll get a courtesy runner over there at first. Hit by pitch his first time. And shallow fly ball there for a single. And now Jackson Doty will come to the plate. Roden going to check the runner over at first. Jackson Doty, hit by pitch, his first plate appearance. With the bases loaded. So he got the RBI. And he's hit by the pitch again. Back-to-back plate appearances for Jackson Doty. He gets hit by pitch. The third hit batter of the ball game. Fourth hit batter of the ball game for Evan Roden. And Willamette now with runners on first and second and 2 outs. Action again down in the South Medford bullpen. Inside pitch swung on by Braden rather. And rather going to hit this one up the middle. Keegan Painter will take it over there at second. Tosses it on over to Brad Love. And that'll do it for the top of the second. We head to the bottom half. Willamette 4, South Bedford 0. You're listening to Panther Baseball on TableRockSports.net. Folks, stay tuned between innings ahead for the Medford Parks and Recreation Report with updates on spring activities. Visit PlayMedford.com for the latest recreation guide. All the sports leagues, classes, and special events await you. Visit PlayMedford.com to learn more. We welcome you back. It's the Lithia Superstore game of the day here on Table Rock Sports. It is 6, 7, 8 coming to the plate. Keegan Painter. Leadoff batter here for the Panthers flies out to center field. Why did he leave my... So after Painter flies out to center field, it brings to the plate Brad Love. Love called up to the varsity roster 8 games ago. Grounds out here to second base. And a quick 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. Jake Lewis now at the plate. Fouls the first offering from Miles Cox off into the net. The wind blowing a little bit harder now. In still from left center, pushing towards right field. This is Jake Lewis's 11th appearance for the Panthers. He is hitting .400 on the season. He has only had 5 plate appearances, 2 hits, 1 RBI, and 1 strikeout. And he looks at that one low for ball 2. Jake Lewis, ground ball deep in the hole between third and short. Going to have himself an infield base hit over there now at first base. And now Austin Glass at the plate for the Panthers. Has himself a 1-1 count. This is Glass's 6th appearance for the Panthers. Rips this one down the third baseline, but just foul. And pops this one up. Looks to be playable. And it is dropped by Willamette's catcher, J.C. Roberts. So now new life for Austin Glass with a 1-2 count. And that pitch comes in high, and the count now even 2-2. Cox delivers the, oh, it was a full count. That'll be ball 4.
Oh, it's 3-2. Yeah, it's 3-2.
The scoreboard operator up here, B.G. Gould, did have things correct. I trusted him. So when Glass headed on down there to first base, I was a little unsure about things. And so the runner at first, now back in safely to second. Runner in scoring position. Glass swing and a miss, strike 3. And that's going to do it for the bottom of the second. We head to the top half of the third. It's still Willamette 4, South Medford 0. As you see on the John L. Scott scoreboard. John L. Scott offices in Medford, Ashland, and Eugene. Folks, before or after the game is a great time to visit Dutch Bros and enjoy your favorite beverage. Drink One for Dane Day is coming in May, where over $2.5 million has been raised for the Muscular Dystrophy Association in 18 years by Dutch Bros and the customers who support them. And today's game brought to you in part by Tap Rock Northwest Bar and Grill in Grants Pass, Elmer's Restaurants of Medford, and the Southern Oregon Sports Commission's Know Your Role campaign promoting respectful behavior at youth sporting events. We welcome you back. Lithia Superstore Game of the Day on Table Rock Sports. Evan Roden, his day is done. New pitcher on the mound is Jedediah Robertson for the Panthers. Roden finishes the day with 4 hit batters. He gave up
E5, single, hit batter.
Yeah, I got 4 hits. His day is done with 4 hit batters. He gave up 4 hits and 4 earned runs in 2 innings of work. So now Robertson on the mound for the Panthers will face Willamette's 7, 8, and 9 hitters. It's number 14, Brody Butler, at the plate. He reached on a error by Keegan Painter, his first time at the plate. And a quick 3-pitch strikeout from Robertson. And we got one out here in the top of the third inning. Andrew Evans now coming to the plate. Looks at the first pitch from Robertson high in the zone. And that one fouled off. The count even now, 1-1. The 1-1, good breaking ball from Robertson. Robertson, a right-handed pitching sophomore for the Panthers. And another breaking ball there. Fouled off. The count stays 1-2. And back-to-back strikeouts for Jedediah Robertson. And we have two away. And Colin Robbins, left-handed hitter, will step into the box. And Robertson going to strike out the side here in the third inning. We head to the bottom half. Willamette still leading 4-0. You're listening to Panther Baseball on TableRockSports.net. We welcome you back. Lithia Superstore game of the day here on Table Rock Sports. Bottom half of the third coming your way. It'll be 9-1-2 coming to the plate for South Medford. Top of the order. So it'll be Kyle Cope, Tristan Malari. No? Oh, yeah, thank you. It'll be Caleb Long, Tristan Malari, and in the hole will be Grady McQuillan. Folks, did you know the city of Medford is the largest provider of community recreation classes, programs, and sports leagues in Southern Oregon? Check out the program guide for hundreds of offerings at playmedford.com. Caleb Long takes first pitch for a strike. And the second offering low and inside evens the count up. And that one just missing. Miles Cox yet to give up a run, has given up 2 hits, and 1 walk, and 1 strikeout through 2 innings of work. And that one's going to be in there for a strike to even the count, 2-2. The 2-2 pitch to Long down in the zone, and the count now full. The 3-2, ground ball to the second baseman. And he's able to make the play. The throw over there to Andrew Evans at first in time. And we got 1 out. Now the left-handed hitting Tristan Malari at the plate. And Malari quickly behind 0-2. Malari had a double his first at bat. And another ground ball to the second baseman. Same thing is going to happen. The second baseman not able to make the play. Looked like it went off the heel of the glove there, and Malari will be on by air. It's going to be E4. And now Grady McQuillan at the plate. The runner goes. The throw down to second will not be in time, and Malari has himself a stolen base. McQuillan's going to foul that one well out of play down the right field line. The 1-2 pitch from Cox, and another foul ball. This one swung on foul. This time out of play down the left field line. So he's been behind the pitch. He's been out in front of the pitch. Let's see if he can find something in between the poles here and drive in a run for the Panthers. Ground ball to Hopper to the third baseman. Throw to first in time. And there's 2 away. So now the new pitcher for South Medford, Jedediah Robertson, will come to the plate. He came in the top of the third inning to replace Evan Roden. And this will be his first plate appearance of the day. This only his second at-bat of the season. He looks at the first pitch high for ball 1. This one popped up, and it's going to get out of play. So now Robertson will be looking at a 1-1 count. And this one driven out into right field. And the sliding catch there caught by right fielder Brody Garrett. And that'll end the inning. The Panthers leave 1 runner stranded. And we will head to the top half of the 4th inning. Robertson back out on the mound after striking out the side in the 3rd. You are listening to Panther Baseball on TableRockSports.net. Folks, spring sports action is brought to you by our title sponsor, Lithia Superstore Jeep Dodge Chrysler, where you can find great deals on the lot or at lithiasuperstore.com. And our presenting sponsor, Siskiyou Cellular of Southern Oregon, now with 9 locations to serve you. And today's game brought to you in part by Avista Utilities and our friends from Pinnacle 365. Use your peak rewards to save on gas and use the app to order crispy, crunchy chicken and sides on the way home and have them ready to pick up and go. Pinnacle 365. We welcome you back. Lithia Superstore game of the day here on Table Rock Sports. Top of the order, 1, 2, 3 at the plate for Willamette. Miles Cox here showing bunt. And the first offering from Robertson. Not able to lay it down. Takes a strike. The next pitch swung on and missed, and now Cox quickly behind 0-2. What did Cox do his last at bat?
F7.
So Cox flew out to the right fielder to open up the ball game, flew out to the left fielder's last at bat, and he's going to hit this one in the gap into right center. And he's going to have a stand-up double to open up the 4th inning. So Tyson Rather will step into the batter's box. Left-handed hitter for Willamette. Had a double his first plate appearance and reached on the air by Grady McQuillan his last time at the plate. Robertson checking on the runner. Cox over at second. 5 hits now in the ball game for Willamette. Rather showing bunt, pulls back, hits a 2-hopper to the second baseman, and it's going to be an error on Brad Love. So he reached on the air by McQuillan at third, his last plate appearance, and reached on an air by Love over at short this time. Now Willamette with runners on the corner. And it brings to the plate Joey Garbodin. He had a single his first time up. Ground ball to McQuillan his last appearance. And has a chance to extend the Willamette lead here. Showing bunt, lays it down, and it's going to go foul. Robertson keeping the runner in check over at first. As Willamette has runners on the corners with nobody out. The 1-1. Again, Garbodin shows bunt and lays it down foul. And Caleb Long going to come out and have a talk with his pitcher, Robertson. He delivers that one high. Throw down to first from Long to Malari. Not in time to get the runner, Tyson Rather. Count now even 2-2. The 2-2 swung on and driven out deep into center field. Going back, making the catch there. Was Austin Glass. And it's going to be an RBI for Garbodin. F8 with an RBI. And now at the plate for the Wolverines is J.C. Roberts. Roberts 1 for 2 with a single and hit by pitch in the first inning. Robertson evens the count up 1-1. Tyson Rather with a big lead over there at first. Looked like he was going to steal. Robertson stepping off. Rather able to get back in time. He's going to check him once again. And a swing and a miss there makes it 1-2. Roberts losing a grip on the baseball bat there. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Roberts goes down on strikes. And it's going to bring to the plate the 5-hitter, Jackson Doty. Doty has been hit by pitch both plate appearances today. He got an RBI for the first one back in the first inning. And he has quickly had 2 balls and no strikes. Tyson Rather just looks like he's having a little bit of fun over there at first for Willamette, jumping back and forth. Seeing if maybe he can't get into the head of the pitcher Robertson. And the count now 3-1. I believe that's the 6th time that Robertson has thrown over there to first to Malari, trying to get Rather. As the runner goes, this one swung on and driven out deep into left field, but it will be caught by Owen Levins. And that'll do it for the top of the 4th. Willamette gets one more across. They now lead 5-0 as we head to the bottom of the 4th inning. You're listening to Panther Baseball on TableRockSports.net. Well, welcome back to the Lithia Superstore game of the day here on Table Rock Sports. It's the bottom of the fourth inning in South Medford. We'll have 5, 6, 7 coming to the plate. It is Chance Ryan up there for the Panthers now, grounded out to the second baseman, his first plate appearance. Number 1. Ryan, ground ball to the third baseman playing in on the grass. One hopper, throw over to first in time, and we got one out. Keegan Painter here at the plate flies this one out into right center. Willamette center fielder Tyson Rather coming over to make the catch. And we have 2 outs. Painter, the last batter for the Panthers. Both plate appearances, fly balls to the center fielder. And now Brad Love comes to the plate, grounded out to second base his first time up. And he has himself a 1-1 count. The 2-1, and it's going to catch the outside part of the plate. The count now even 2-2. And a swing and a miss from Love. Quick 1-2-3 inning, and we head to the top of the fifth. Willamette 5, South Medford 0. As you see on the John L. Scott scoreboard, John L. Scott offices in Medford, Ashland, and Eugene. Folks, for almost 50 years, Bill's Glass has been the clear choice in Southern Oregon for your home vehicle or business needs. They're locally owned and they're family run. Bill's Glass supports our schools and our communities. And Medford is your sports ground where the West Coast comes to play. Visit travelmedford.org/sports to learn more about the many tournament venues, outdoor opportunities, and the event calendar to find what is going on. And the Medford Parks and Recreation Department invites you to check out the Rogue X Aquatics and Events Center. Check out what is available at roguexmedford.com, where you'll find open swim and open gym sessions and all the great activities happening at Rogue X. 6, 7, 8 hitters coming to the plate for Willamette here in the 5th inning. It is Braden Rather, the 6th hitter for Willamette. Had an RBI bunt for a single, his first plate appearance. Fouls that one off to even the count 1-1. The 3-1 fouled off into the net. And the count now full 3-2. And another foul ball, this time into the bleachers. As Rather works a good at bat here. Another 3-2 pitch swung on, and then again out of play down the right field line. And Rather's going to draw the walk. So a leadoff walk for Willamette. Brings to the plate the 7-hitter Brody Butler. Reached on an error to the second baseman, his first plate appearance. And a run scored on the air by Painter. And he struck out his last time at bat in the 3rd inning, where Robertson struck out the side. Showing bunt, and it's going to be foul. Showing bunt, pulls it back, and then hits one down the left field line and foul. And now Butler behind 0-2. As Robertson's going to check on the runner at first. And this one hit over the head of Malari and tails foul down the right field line. Again, the 0-2 pitch, this time driven out into right field, and it'll be down for a single for Brody Butler. So now runners on first and second and nobody out for the Wolverines. And coming to the plate is Andrew Evans. Evans hit by pitch his first time up, got the RBI as the bases were loaded, and he struck out last time he faced Robertson back in the third. Evans showing bunt, lays it down, and it's going to go foul. So Malari in over at first. McQuillan is back to make the play at third. And it's laid down. The throw to third is going to be in time. Safe. There was a force out at third, so the only way it could have been safe is if McQuillan was off the bag trying to make the tag.
That's what he was.
And he was off the bag. Instead of being on there for the force out, he tried to make the tag on the runner and was off the bag. And now Willamette has the bases loaded here in the fifth with nobody out. And that's going to be a fielder's choice. So on by fielder's choice for Evans. And the 9-hitter, number 9, the left-hander Colin Robbins, comes to the plate. And Robbins looks at the first one from Robertson. In there for a strike. The infield playing in for the Panthers, trying to cut off the run as the 0-1 pitch is outside for a ball. A 1-1 pitch to Robbins, and he's swing and a miss. Makes the count 1-2. Two strikeouts on the day for Robbins. 0-2 in 2 plate appearances. Hits this one into shallow right field. It's going to get down. He's going to be in with a double. And it's going to be a 2 RBI double for Colin Robbins. Jake Lewis out there in right field made a good effort at the baseball, trying to make the diving catch, but not quite able to get there. And now a 7-0 lead for Willamette. And back to the top of the order to Miles Cox. Cox flew out to right field, flew out to left field, and had a double his last plate appearance. And finds himself ahead in the count 2-0. And now 3-0 the count. And swinging with the green light on. 7-0 lead. Coach giving Cox the green light on the 3-0 pitch. Fouls it off. Out of play. Count now 3-1. And that one fouled off the catcher, Caleb Long. And Robertson works his way back into the batter. Now 3-2. Everybody giving Long a moment back there behind the plate to try to regroup and gather himself. And we'll give a shout out to the Rogue Valley Transportation District. Tonight's action brought to you by the Rogue Valley Transportation District. If you need help learning the routes and options available to you, well, RVTD can help with that. Visit rvtd.org to learn more. The 3-2, high and inside for ball 4. And with no outs, Willamette again has the bases loaded, and it brings to the plate the 2-hitter, Tyson Rather. Rather had a double his first plate appearance. He's reached by air the next two. First was E5, the second one E6. The infield still playing in for the Panthers as that one catches the inside part of the plate. And that one's going to be high and outside. And the count now 2 balls and a strike to Tyson Rather. And a swing and a miss there makes the count full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. The 3-2 from Robertson. Swung on and missed. And we got 1 out. The 5th strikeout for Robertson in 2 1/3 inning. He's given up 3 runs on 3 hits. And this one hit out in to left field. 1 run's going to score. 2 runs are going to score. And Joey Garbodin has himself a 2 RBI single. And he's now 2 for 4 on the day. Runners at the corner for Willamette. And now at the plate is J.C. Roberts. Roberts, 1 for 3, hit by pitch, a single and a strikeout. Looks at the first offering there, down and away for ball 1. That one's outside for ball 2. Roberts with the double pickoff move there. Back over to first, not in time. And Garbodin's going to steal second. So now 2 runners in scoring position with 1 out here in the top of the 5th inning. And Roberts has a 2-1 count. Now 2-2 as he fouled that one into the net. The 2-2. And another foul ball back up and out of play. And a swing and a miss from Roberts. Strikeout number 6 for Robertson. Now Braden Rather comes to the plate. Walked his last time up. An RBI bunt single, his first plate appearance. And he is quickly behind 0-2. And a swing and a miss. Rather goes down. And that's going to do it for the top of the 5th inning. We head to the bottom of the 5th. It's Willamette 9, South Medford 0. As you see on the John L. Scott scoreboard, there in the top left-hand corner. John L. Scott with offices in Medford, Ashland, and Eugene. Superstore game of the day here on Table Rock Sports. Bottom of the 5th inning. And we have one out and a runner on first. As we head back to the top of the order. And Caleb Long going to come to the plate. Austin Glass just popping out. Not quite sure what we got going on over there with the umpire.
No, he's getting more baseballs.
Oh, just getting some fresh balls over there. It looks like something's getting maybe taped up. Well, we'll take this opportunity to thank our great sponsors, including the John L. Scott Real Estate Scoreboard and our longtime friends from Sherm's Thunderbird and Food for Less in Southern Oregon. And Table Rock Sports would also like to say hello to our 3,300 YouTube subscribers. Join the team at YouTube/Table Rock Sports. Head on over, click that red subscribe button, and get updates when games go live. And folks, the Ace Sports Radio is now on the air. Southern Oregon's new source for sports, AM 1300, FM 107.9. Listen for live high school baseball and softball playoff broadcasts all ahead on the Ace Sports Radio, the new sports voice in Southern Oregon. Caleb Long at the plate. A walk and a ground out here in the ball game. This his third plate appearance. Comes to the plate with one out and a runner on first. The ball gets by the catcher. And now South Medford with a runner in scoring position. And Long, ground ball to the second baseman. He bobbles it momentarily, but the throw over to Andrew Evans in time. And we got two outs. Jake Lewis advancing to third on the ground ball as Tristan Malari steps into the batter's box with a double. And he got on by air, and he's going to have himself an RBI single here in the fifth. Now 2 for 3 in the ballgame. And I believe this is a new batter here, so we do not have Grady McQuillan coming to the plate. It is Gannon Jones. So Gannon Jones seeing a little bit of action here, down 9-1, and he hits this one out into right field, and it's going to get by the right fielder, and it's going to score a run as it gets all the way out almost to the warning track. And Jones going to hold up at second. And now Jedediah Robertson will come to the plate. And Robertson hits a hard ground ball to the shortstop. The throw to first. Good pick by Evans. And that'll do it for the bottom of the fifth. We head to the top half of the sixth. It's Willamette 9, South Medford 2. You're listening to Panther Baseball on TableRockSports.net. We welcome you back. It's the Lithia Superstore game of the day here on Table Rock Sports. Willamette comes to the plate with a 7-run lead here in the sixth inning. It's 9-2 Wolverines. New pitcher on the mound for South Medford is Owen Levens. He replaces Jedediah Roberts, who came in the third inning. Roberts gave up 5 runs on 4 hits and struck out 7. Jackson Doty, it is Braden Rather at the plate for Willamette. Rather walked his last time up. And now has a full count, 3-2. And that one catches the outside part of the plate as Rather goes down on pitches. And we have one out here in the 6th. Now at the plate, number 14, left-handed batter Brody Butler. He is 1 for 3, and now 2 for 4 as he ropes that one into center field for a one-out single. Andrew Evans, now the batter, hit by pitch, got an RBI his first plate appearance. Got on by fielder's choice his last time and struck out in his second time up to bat.
We have a pinch runner, but it probably could be a re-entry anyway.
Evans, the first baseman for Willamette, had a nice pick over there at first to end the bottom of the 5th. And this one going to be a foul ball. And Andrew Evans down on strikes there. Now 2 outs. And the 9-hitter, left-handed batter Colin Robbins, comes to the plate. 1 for 3 on the day with 2 strikeouts and a 2 RBI double his last plate appearance. And that pitch fouled off towards the South Medford dugout into the net. And that one hit down the left field line, and it's going to be foul. Robbins is going to be hit by the pitch with 2 outs, and now Willamette runners on first and second. And back to the top of the order. It's the 5th time at the plate for Miles Cox, today's starting pitcher for Willamette. He is flied out twice, has a double, and walked his last plate appearance as this one goes over the top of his head and all the way to the backstop, and both runners will advance. Now Willamette with 2 outs has 2 runners in scoring position. And that one's going to be in the dirt for ball 2. Any word on a final from North and Roseburg? Last we heard, North and Roseburg were in the 6th inning, and they were tied 2-2 up in Roseburg. And that one in there for a strike, 2-1 now the count. And this one roped down the left field line. And it's going to be a 2 RBI double for Miles Cox. And now Willamette leading 11-2 here in the top of the 6th. Now for his 5th plate appearance, it's Tyson Rather. A double, reached twice on base by air, and struck out the last time to the plate. Shows bunt, lays it down. Third baseman Robertson coming in to make the play. Not going to be able to get a throw off down to first. Runner will advance to third. Rather will be safe at first with an infield bunt single. Joey Garbodin now at the plate. Two for 4 on the day. Couple of singles. And 3 RBI. A 2 RBI single his last plate appearance. Flew out to center field and picked up another RBI before that. Has a runner in scoring position here. With runners on the corners. Quickly behind 0-2 though. And that breaking ball going to come in high. 1-2 now the count. And a swing and a miss. The Panthers get out of the inning, but not before Willamette scores 2 more. They leave 2 stranded. And as you see on the John L. Scott scoreboard, it's Willamette 11, South Medford 2. We head to the bottom of the 6th inning. You're listening to Panther Baseball on TableRockSports.net. We welcome you back, Lithia Superstore game of the day here on Table Rock Sports. It's the bottom of the 6th inning. The Panthers trail by 9. Chance Ryan stands over at second base after the steal. He got on the infield single. And now Keegan Painter at the plate for the Panthers. Painter 0 for 2 has flown out to center field both times at the plate. As Painter looks at that one outside for a ball, it evens the count up at 2-2. The 2-2 pitch to Painter. Swung on and hit back out of play. And Painter gets hit by the pitch. We'll head on down to first base. And coach gonna come out and have a chat with Miles Cox, and that's gonna do it for him. His day is done here in the 6th inning. He gets through 5. He's responsible for both runners on base here in the 6th. And we will await the new pitcher for Willamette. We'll see who comes to the mound here in just a moment. You are listening to Panther Baseball here on TableRockSports.net. We welcome you back to the Lithia Superstore game of the day here on Table Rock Sports. New pitcher for Willamette will be Brody Butler. Comes in here in the 6th with his team leading by 9. He will not be responsible for either runner on base. Miles Cox comes out of the ball game. He completes 5 full innings, gave up 5 hits, 2 runs, and struck out 3 on the day. He did hit 1 batter, That was Keegan Painter, who stands over there at first base. And it brings Brad Love to the plate for his third appearance of the day. The 1-0 swung on and driven out into right field, tailing towards the foul line, and it's going to be foul. So a 1-1 count now to Love, with runners on first and second. And that one's going to catch the corner. Love now behind in the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes. And I think that pitch, little miscommunication between pitcher and catcher on what was coming to the plate. So now Love steps back in, 2-2 the count. Butler with the delivery, the pitch outside with the breaking ball. The count now full 3-2. The 3-2 pitch swung on and hit out of play. Again, the 3-2. And Love is going to go down looking. He thought that was ball 4, but it catches the bottom of the zone. And we got 1 out here in the 6th. And now Jake Lewis coming to the plate. The double steal by the Panthers, both runners safe. And now 2 runners in scoring position for Lewis. And the breaking ball there, going to catch the inside part of the plate. Now Lewis behind 0-2. And Lewis down on strikes. Back-to-back strikeouts for him. He did reach, though, on his last one on the wild pitch. And now with 2 outs, Austin Glass steps in. And Glass ropes one out into left field. It's going to get all the way to the fence. 2 runs are going to score. And Glass with a 2-out, 2 RBI double. And now the score 11-4. Both of those runs will be accredited to Miles Cox. He was responsible for both runners on base before coming out of the ball game. So still no earned runs here for Brody Butler, working on the mound for the Wolverines. That one gets away from the catcher, and Glass will head on down to third. So back to the top of the order for Caleb Long. And Long is going to hit this one in the air. Shallow right field. Right fielder comes on to make the play. And that'll do it for the bottom of the sixth inning. We head to the top of the seventh. The Panthers get 2 more. They leave one runner stranded at third. They still trail 11-4 to the Willamette Wolverines. You're listening to South Medford Panthers baseball on TableRockSports.net. We welcome you back. Lithia Superstore game of the day here on Table Rock Sports. It's the top of the 7th inning. Willamette trying to add to their lead. They're up by 7, 11-4. They scored 4 in the first, 1 in the fourth, 4 in the fifth, 2 in the sixth. The Panthers with 2 in the fifth and 2 in the sixth. Willamette with a runner on first here. Jackson Doty at the plate. He was hit by a pitch twice in a row, flew out to left field, struck out his last plate appearance, and he's going to strike out here for the first out of the 7th inning. Second strikeout for Owen Levins. And now Braden Rather comes to the plate. And Rather drives one back up the middle into center field. And Willamette will have runners on first and second. The new pitcher for Willamette replaced Miles Cox in the 6th inning. Brody Butler, left-handed hitter now at the plate. And he is ahead 2 balls and no strikes. Butler reached on the air his first appearance. Struck out his second, and he's had back-to-back singles his last 2 plate appearances. And a swing and a miss there evens the count up 2-2. Hard hit ground ball to Hopper to Malari. Scoops it up and steps on his bag. And we have 2 outs here in the top of the 7th. Both runners advance to second and third. And now coming to the plate for his 5th time, it's Andrew Evans, the first baseman for Willamette. And the count now 0-2 for Evans. Chance to tack on 2 more runs here for Willamette. And a good scoop by Robertson at third. Throw over to Malari in time, and that's going to do it. Willamette will leave 2 runners stranded. We head to the bottom of the 7th inning. South Medford needing 7, down to their final 3 outs. They are going to have, let's see, where are we at? I want to say 2, 3, 4 coming to the plate. Is that correct, Beach? It is Tristan Malari, followed by Grady McQuillan. Or excuse me, he hitting for McQuillan is now Gannon Jones. And then Jedediah Robertson in the hole for the Panthers, as they're down to their final 3 outs here at Harry and David Field. You're listening to South Medford Panthers Baseball on TableRockSports.net. We welcome you back. It's the Lithia Superstore game of the day here on Table Rock Sports. It's the bottom half of the 7th inning. It is London Rutgers at the plate for South Medford. One hopper to the third baseman playing in on the grass, and he's going to overthrow Andrew Evans over there at first, and the leadoff batter aboard for the Panthers. And now coming to the plate, Gannon Jones. His second time at the plate. Jones had a RBI double the last time up. And the 2-0 in there for a strike. The 2-1 ground ball to the shortstop, flips over to second. Throw to first is going to be high. They won't get the double play, but they get the lead runner. And there's one away. Robertson now at the dish. And he looks at the first pitch for a strike. And Robertson turns on this one. High pop fly into left center. The center fielder comes over and makes the grab, calling off his counterpart in left. And there's 2 outs. And Chance Ryan swinging at the first pitch, pops it up. It'll be caught, and that will do it. Willamette gonna come away with the victory. They come in here to Harry and David Field, and they win 11-4. Willamette now 11-4 on the season, 7-2 in the Southwest Conference. The Panthers fall to 5-9. And in league play, they are now 2-6. It's the Know Your Role postgame show here on Table Rock Sports. Going to go over a few things here. Before we wrap things up, visit travelmedford.org and search Know Your Role to see how this campaign is changing the culture of youth sports for the better. We're going to recap some scoring and look at key stats, all coming up on the Know Your Role postgame show, where we help make sports fun again. South Medford, a rough first inning, got things going for Willamette. There was 3 hit batters there in the first inning alone. They were able to score 4 runs. Evan Roden, starting pitcher for the Panthers today, didn't have it going. Only able to make it through 2 innings of work before Jedediah Robertson came in. Robertson fared decently, gave up 3. 7 strikeouts for him. Coming in the 6th was Owen Levens. Levens finished with 2 strikeouts. Willamette with the 7-run win, 11-4. Robert Cantwell, the head coach, and his team now 7-2 in the Southwest Conference. South Medford will now have, I believe it's Grants Pass on Saturday. Doubleheader here at Harry and David Field. Those games scheduled to be played at 12 and 2. We will have half of that doubleheader here on Table Rock Sports. We will be covering the 2 o'clock game. We were scheduled to do the 12 o'clock. If you might have happened to see that pop up on the website at all, not sure if it got on there, but it will now be the 2 o'clock ball game. And you can hear that broadcast. I will be on the call alongside Carl Sorensen on camera. And until then, we would like to thank everyone for tuning in and watching today's broadcast. We'd like to thank South Medford High School Athletic Director James Joy for hosting the Lithia Superstore Game of the Day on Table Rock Sports and today's broadcast. Special thanks to head coaches Robert Cantwell of Willamette and Josh Moody for South Medford. Our next Table Rock Sports production will be Saturday at 2 o'clock. The Panthers take on Grants Pass. Again, the final score on the John L. Scott scoreboard: Willamette 11, South Medford 4. This has been a special presentation of Table Rock Sports. Our executive producer is Joe Brett. With Carl Sorensen on camera, I'm Joseph Brett saying thanks for watching and good night. From Harry and David Field here in Medford, Oregon.